What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at my first impressions of Aglaea, as well as explaining her playstyle in depth. So please, if you enjoy this type of content, let me know by liking the video, leaving a comment in the comment section below, and consider subscribing to the channel. Without further ado, let's get right into the video. All right, to really understand what Aglaea does or how Aglaea works, we have to understand that Aglaea is our first true speed scaling character, not in the sense that her skills multipliers actually scale off her speed, but her attack stat is heavily influenced by the amount of speed that she has and also the summon has. Aglaea has a base 102 speed and the summon has a base 40 speed. However, these two speeds can be increased dramatically because of her talent mechanic, or should I say the summon's talent mechanic. Whenever the summon is on the field, whatever enemy Aglaea attacks is going to be inflicted with Seam Stitch. This is a thing that this is a little effect or a little state, kind of like proof of debt. Only one enemy can have it at a time, and it only affects the last enemy inflicted with it. And this essentially what it does is that whenever the summon attacks that enemy, you will gain one stack of, I don't even know what it is, but it's just one stack. And these stacks are going to be the primary source of increasing Aglaea's and the summon speed to scale off the attack. Per stack, Aglaea's speed is going to increase by 10% and the summon speed is going to increase by 48 flat speed. This trace right here can get out of hand pretty quickly, as you can see in these bottom two boxes. And actually, we're going to focus on the bottom box right now. This is the speed sources. We have 0 stacks currently, 6% from the relic set that may or may not come out. And we have 0 on everything else. We have pretty much 2 rolls on every relic that can have it, speed boots and the light cone. Her light cone is a special mechanic to where it increases the base stat of Aglaea and not an additive stat towards the end. So the 12 base from the light cone actually gets affected by percentage increases, like for instance from Messenger or Ruan May's 10% speed increase. So this is a very good speed increasing light cone right here for the Remembrance Path. But as you can see, we have 0 stacks and our speed is already at 165 with only a few things to be considered. Now, if we increase this to 6 stacks, which is pretty easy to attain if you ask me, if you look at Aglaea's speed, she's going to be reaching speeds of about 234 speed, and the summon is going to be zooming at 328 speed. Because she gains attack from her trace, depending on what speed Aglaea and the summon have conjointly, this converts to about 2800 extra attack. And guys, I don't know if you can see or pay attention, we literally haven't even added any boots, we haven't added orb, we haven't added anything. Pretty much this is just her. We have 12% from relic set and 12% attack buff from, I think, the Shaka buff that I have added on here. Everything else is at 0. No attack boots, no orb, no attack rope, no nothing. We're already almost at 5,000 attack. Needless to say that her speed is extremely important because you get so much value out of it. It enables you to run a lightning orb. It enables you to run an energy regen rope and not lose the attack as if you were wearing those things already. Now, going back, once you trigger your ultimate is going to give Aglaea the supreme stance, and this is going to allow her to increase her speed via the stacks, and it's also going to unlock her enhanced basic, which is essentially a joint attack between Aglaea and the summon, hitting for a bunch of numbers that I'm going to be going on in a different video. But essentially this is going to be her bread and butter attack. Her nuke attack, her big BP damage attack is going to come from here, and also from the follow-up from the Memento Spray skill, Thorn Snare, that also deals a certain number of damage whenever they go. So this is all like a lot of mumbo jumbo because it's essentially 2 characters in one kit. So the best way to explain it is just by showing you guys, and I'm not gonna do what you think. I'm not gonna do what you're thinking I'm gonna do. We're gonna do a little bit something different in the channel we haven't done before. All right, so I pretty much made my own little diagram here of how things are gonna go. We are going to be using the core of Sunday and Remembrance Trailblazer for this, just to demonstrate how it works. Here we have 3 enemies that usually are together, and they, if you see the 0 stack thing right here, I can actually make it a little bit bigger so you guys can actually see it. Let me just put it down there, move this down, blah blah blah, boom boom boom, bam, boom boom. We start off the fight Remember, Trailblazer, for those of you who don't know, is going to advance her action for 30%. Presumably, this is going to be the first character that's going to take action. This is because you want to use your skill to summon Meme or Mem or whatever the name is. And that's pretty much the end of the action there. You go with Trailblazer, summon Mem, and then you go back into the action order. Presumably, because you're running your Aglaea to be super fast, she is going to be faster than your Sunday. So now it's Aglaea's turn. Your summon is going to already be out because presumably you are going to start off with her technique. So the summon is already going to be out, and you're going to go ahead and do your regular basic attack, which is just going to hit this guy for a little bit of damage, not too much. And then the summon is going to go right behind her. Boom, boom, boom. Remember, every time the summon takes action, Mimi is going to be gaining charges. Right now, she's already at 85 from her own kit. She starts off at 85, and then she's gaining 3 charge every time the summon takes action and every time the Trailblazer takes action. So just keep this in the back burner that Meme is always regenerating charge so she can do her thing, which we're going to go about a little bit later. So after your first turn, Sunday is going to presumably action advance Aglaea and the summon one more time, so you can go ahead and hit. Now, I forgot to mention from the first hit, remember that when Aglaea hits the enemy, they're going to be afflicted with the seam stitch or whatever. This is going to increase this seam stitch stats to 1, which I don't know why this is acting up. This is going to increase it to 1 stack. And then with the action advance from Sunday, it's going to increase it to 2. So right now, we currently are at 2 stacks. So just so we can keep track of what we're doing. This doesn't affect Aglaea just yet because we have not ulted. This is only her second turn. But presumably, we are going to be able to ult at this time, right? If we ult at this time, Aglaea is going to take another turn and she's going to be increasing her speed depending on the number of stacks. So right now she's going to take another turn. This is where the first conjointed attack comes into play. So Aglaea is going to hit the enemy and the summon is going to hit the enemy at the same time. This will also increase the stacks by 1 because the summon is hitting the seam state enemy. So this is going to increase it. And then after this happens, the summon is going to take its turn and hit it again. Boom, and this is going to be an AoE, not an AoE, it's going to be a blast hit. So this is going to hit everybody here, increasing this stacks to 4. And remember, every stack is giving 10% speed to Aglaea and 48 speed to the summon. And now, because Meme was over here gaining energy on the low, she is going to activate her own skill, which is going to action advance 1, giving them the Meme support. So the Meme support is going to action advance Aglaea, just herself, Aglaea herself, one more time, and then Aglaea is going to do her AoE conjointed attack, and this is going to also increase the stacks to 5. And because at this point our summon has about 300 speed or 280 speed, he or it is going to go pretty much soon after it increased this to 6. So now we're fully stacked. Remember, the higher the stacks, the more attack Aglaea and the summon have. Now at this point, this is pretty much what you're going to be doing. Just action advancing Aglaea, and then the Meme while it charges is doing the same thing. So essentially you have Sunday action advancing Aglaea and the summon, giving them energy, and then Meme also action advancing, and Meme also provides a plethora of other buffs like damage increase, crit rate, true damage, which we're not going to go into right now. We're going to actually wait a little bit later to really go deep into Remembrance, Trailblazer. But essentially the gameplay loop is going to be Aglaea goes, single target, against a stack, summon goes, a blast hit, action advance, basic attack again, summon hits again for a blast, ultimate activate, conjointed attack, Meme action advance, conjointed attack. And then at that point, you should be going so fast that this conjointed attack is going to happen at least 2 or 3 more times before you run out of the state. And if you kill everything and you are gaining all the energy, and then Sunday is also giving you battery. And also if you have a sustain like Huahua giving everybody energy, Aglaea is going to be getting her ultimate pretty much back to back, which is whenever I do my actual build and guide and calculations, I'm actually going to recommend going for the ERR. But since I haven't done the calculations just yet, I don't want to give you guys a lot of information that I haven't tested myself. But we are going to be testing a lot of this in the coming days. This is essentially what her kit looks like and how she works. Hopefully this was a good visual representation of what it is. Maybe let me know in the comments what you think of this little infographic, I don't know, manual gameplay type of deal. And let me know what you think about Aglaea and the Remembrance playstyle. leave it in the comments, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.